It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Cooper Rush. He comes in third in the league in passing touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses, that
we are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Eagles led out by their quarterback, and he is the leader of this offense. Jalen Hurts has that calm demeanor about him, can make the big plays as well. Greg, here he is already in his 5th year in the NFL.
it's not so much that he was able to throw for over 400 yards in last week's game, Mike, but it's the fact that he made it look so easy. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like they were just up and down the field with very little resistance, and he doesn't necessarily have to repeat that type of production this week, but it certainly wouldn't hurt their chances of winning if he's somehow able to do so.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. And this ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to bring up a third down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Throwing is Hurts. That one is caught by Campbell. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Brought in by the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Philadelphia. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. To the air again, Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Here's Brown. Oh, he coughs up the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script.
He slams it in there, and he is in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown number 9 for the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is short kick, returnable from the 13. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, veteran, he's 6'3", out of Central Michigan. It's Cooper Rush.
Mike, when we have a chance to talk to this quarterback's teammates, the word they always use is perfectionist, and it's pretty easy to see why. When we had a chance to sit down with him the other day, one thing was very clear. He was not happy about having that blemish on the stat line, the interception. Now, it didn't change the outcome of the game. It certainly prevented him from being able to really appreciate what he accomplished in last week's win. If that meeting is any indication of what we should expect, I think it's pretty safe to assume he's placing a big emphasis on protecting the ball over these next 4 quarters.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Rush. Darius Slay, Mr. Big Play, with his hands right around the ball again. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
His kick is good. From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. To throw, Hurts. He's got this complete. That's Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he'll get the penalty yardage back, and more than that. He's a couple yards short of the first down, a gain of 13. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Again, Hurts. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 15. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
To throw is Rush. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We're back to Arlington in a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rush. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
That's complete to Cavante Turpin.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Ruck. The open man is Tolbert. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Dowdle. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Cavante Turpin. Touchdown, Dallas.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. Cowboys are back within 4. It is 14-10. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here is Ainias Smith. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's 2nd best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. Now Brown. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's a 2nd and 6. Running from the pistol, it's Brown. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. They'll run here with Brown. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop. Gets in to bring him down. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there. to hold them to a short return. The Cowboys offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Rush. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Rush from out of the pistol. He's got that complete to Turpin. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. They'll run with Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Eagles' 48-yard line.
Rush to throw. This one is caught by Turpin. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rush. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. And that's going to work out just fine. Good kick, well covered, touchdown at the 5. The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep. as they start 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Back up to his own goal line. Hurts. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
A carry here for Brown. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Third and long. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Rush. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. He'll drop to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Turpin. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need.
To the goal line and in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys are back within 4. It's 21-17. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. So we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. Lastly, on Monday Night Football on 11/11, Dolphins and Rams from SoFi in L.A. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Here on EA Sports. The return starts at the 13. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and Cooper Rush back on the field. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Smith. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Here's Hurts. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them
Delay of game,
5.
offense. Still first down.
Now Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A pass complete there to Smith. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Hurts going to hold on to this one.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the fourth down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Hurts to throw. That's taken in, and he's going to pick up the first down. He was short when he caught it, but knew exactly where he needed to get to, gets there, and keeps the drive alive. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Now he'll run it.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
A second down throw for Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down. They'll send a tight end in motion. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got it at the 3. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? A tight end in motion now. Try to get him to jump. Did not work. Good job by the defense to stay disciplined. It's a delay of game. On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. Here's Rush. He's got the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard.
At the 37-yard line.
Rush from out of the pistol. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, is Rush. There's that man again. Another catch.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And a nice job. They pick it up. First down. The march continues. They're at the 41-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Rush. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Throwing is Rush. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So as an offensive coordinator, you have to have answers for what the defense throws at you. And in this case, your quarterback is sitting back there. He has nowhere to go with the ball on 4th down. He ends up taking the sack, and now your drive is over.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Still 1st down.
Now Hurts. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. 2nd and 11. Hurts will try it again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Man in motion is Smith. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second and goal. Throwing is Hurts. It is brought in the end zone. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 15. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a zone read. He'll keep it himself. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop it behind the line again.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
That's into the hands of Turpin. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now, rush. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Rush. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Rush to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up second down.
The gain of 9 brings up second and a yard at the 29-yard line.
Hurts working in the pistol. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
That one is caught by Campbell. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3-and-out.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Got a man, that's Tolbert. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So here it is, 4th down and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. They'll look to throw. The open man is Tolbert. Here's 2nd down. Here's Rush. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Talk things over before third down. Back to throw. Down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Turpin. Touchdown, Dallas. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
With one timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick. The ball comes out. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. That one downfield for Cooks. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Out of the gun. He'll throw. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. No challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay, and I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call, and it is a big one. So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.